my winter brew. It does have a lovely taste of like a marmalade to it. Sorry, 2 seconds. With the orange, the cinnamon and the cloves. Be careful how many cloves you're putting in, because cloves are a strong tasting ingredient. So you only need like 2 or 3 of them. Cinnamon sticks, put 1 cinnamon stick in, crack it in half, and that's it. You do need less water with this one, because obviously you're using the orange juice. Just clean up as I go along here. Same again. I'm not putting the honey in first, I'm going to put some liquid in first, just so the honey doesn't stick to the bottom. So now it goes all over. It doesn't really matter if there's a bit orange left on the bottom, honey left on the bottom. Eventually the yeast will find it, it'll all mix in eventually. It will get eaten by the yeast. But to give it the best start, just make sure it's got a good mix. Same again, it's going to fill up just over that little edge there. Get this done, then take a measurement before I add the yeast. Shaky hand. And the rest I'm just going to top up with water. So that's 3 litres of that orange juice. And then the rest, be about half a litre of water. Without spilling it all out. And same again, just leave some breathing space. This one, the yeast is going to have a lot of work to do, because as well as the sugars from the honey, you've got the sugars from the fruit as well. I am using a different yeast for this one. This one's called super yeast, so it's good for 5 to 25 litres of mix. I'm sure this one does have a high percentage alcohol content as well, or chances of being higher alcohol. I think the other one I normally get like roughly 10% alcohol, and this one tend to get a little bit more, 12 to 14%. What am I doing? All these tools have been sanitized, cleaned out from the last brew, so I'm not going to get no extra flavours or out that added to this. And this is just a measurement, so it's going to be a reliable measurement. There we go. Need more than 2 hands to do this. Everything I've just siphoned out, I'm just putting back in. Waste not one. No. That's just my measuring tube, so I can get the two main measurements I want. So I want the specific grab, potential alcohol, approx sugar, and then that's it. See this? Oh, it looks like a thermometer. Oh, this is it's got like weight in the bottom. It sinks down, it's like buoyancy type of thing, and then it'll take a reading for you, and it's all on there. So once you get your reading, you just follow the light around, and you get all your different stuff like potential alcohol content there, your approximate sugar content, and your specific gravity there. You need your specific gravity for your second reading. Once the brew's complete, you take one minus the other, times it by the stupid number. It's like a mathematical equation you need to know. But I've got all that, so I'll pop it up a little bit. Right. Specific grav. It's sinking a lot slower than the last one I've done. Obviously there's all the extra sugars in it because of the orange juice that will break down. Jesus. I'm going to tip a bit out and do that again because that's thick. That was reading at 1.1000, which would be 16% alcohol. Just gotta wait, let it all settle down. And that's still going to do the same reading again. Not too bad. 17% dropping. Let's give it a few seconds let it settle. It seems to hover in there. Doesn't seem to be going any further down. So the potential alcohol percent on that is 16.5. Specific gravity 1.100 plus 1. An approximate sugar Keep still. It's hard when you turn it then decide to turn some more. 55, 270, 272. All that is just some quick notes I've wrote down. Later on, I'll write down exactly what I've done. The date, the type of honey, any extras in it. So on this one, instead of woodland fruit bags, it'll be orange juice. What yeast I've used, approximate sugar, specific gravity, and before fruit added potential. So that was a winter one I'd done. Potential was 7% alcohol. By the time I put the yeast in, let it brew, and it came out 9.9% alcohol, which you tally up to 10% alcohol. So that wasn't too bad, and that's used in the same yeast. So I took it from a 7% potential to a 10% actual. So what was that one? So this one here is a 16.5% potential. So if you go on the same theory, I might get an 18% alcohol here. I doubt it. It's trying to come out about 14, but it'd be nice to get a stronger one. I drink it straight, I don't mix it with anything, so I didn't mind like a 10 to 14%, it's very nice. Just drink it like a wine. Drink it like a wine or a whiskey. You can put like ice in it. I do have some ice stones that I kept in the freezer. It's like lumps of granite. So instead of mixing your drink, it just cools it down. Right. Yeast. There's the police driving past. Around here, loads of lady. A little bit of yeast stuck on the top of the bottle here. Just get a bit of water. Rinse it off. Cloves and cinnamon. As I say, cloves are a potent ingredient. 1, 2, 3. I wish you could smell it as soon as I've opened that jar and smell how strong they are. This time of year, I'll last the burns, might make some of those the winter Christmas things where you get like orange and you see cloves all over it and all that. And these smell lovely as well. Love the smell of cinnamon. And that, once it's finished, it'll have a lovely marmalade type taste to it. I'm not a fan of marmalade, but I'm a fan of Mead. Marmalade. Have a bone. It'd be like the thing you should have put a bone in it. This sanitizer liquid I'm using is food friendly, food safe. So it doesn't matter if that's wet and it's dripping in, because it's good. And that's the second one done. So again, leave it to brew. Roughly 4 to 6 weeks. Chance tomorrow these bubbles will start moving. There'll be action starting. I'm just keeping an eye on that inch gap there, make sure it doesn't raise up too much. If it does, just release the bung, pop it back on, just to get rid of some of that excess gas. These are ideal though, get the gas out, don't let it out in. Need bacteria or out like that. 4 weeks, the bubbles will tend to slow down. That doesn't mean your yeast is finished, it just means they kind of find no more sugars to eat. What you can do then, is just get the bottle or the demijohn, give it a little swirl, and that'll agitate everything what's settled on the bottom, both your sugars, your honeys, your fruits, your yeast. It'll just get everything active again. So if there is any more sugars left in there, then the yeast will find it and continue to eat it, continue fermenting, and that's it. After that little process, if you find that your bubbles have stopped, and that's when it's time to get rid of that. That's when it's time to take it out this into either another demijohn, just to give it that final fermentation, or then you can start bottling it or wrapping it. Loads of different people do it loads of different ways. I prefer these, the old gross poppers. A lot of people do it with corks and caps, where you got that from machinery and braid the lids on, sort of thing. These are ideal. Flick on, flick off, and you can reuse the lids. A lot of time with the brewing bottles, it's those caps what come on and the clamp on. Once you take the lid off, you've got to get another new lid. These, I just sanitize them again and can get reused over and over. Plus, I like that noise. Another good thing about these as well, if you haven't fully gotten rid of all your yeast after you're brewing it and then you bottle it, your metal lids or your corks can fly off and they can smash your bottles. If you just use these, you can just release the gas that way.